You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Local here in San Diego, bringing you unquestionably the most important hour in radio and telling you everything they don't want you to know. Visit MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email or do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. Mr. Credit Radio is on ESPN 1700 right now. Save the station in your dial. We've got MLB action today, Market Pulse right after Mr. Credit. Then New York Yankees against the Minnesota Twins, 2:30 p.m. And that is a series where the Yankees are up 1-0. If you saw the come from behind win, they were down 3-0 last night. Came back, won it, and so they're up in the series 1-0. I think that's probably going to be pretty, deflationary for the spirits of the Minnesota Twins, and I expect that the Yankees will sweep the series. Of course, what the heck do I know? I predicted the Reds would win the World Series, and they got no hit yesterday for like the first time in history. The second time in history that a no-hitter's been thrown in the postseason. Last time was like 1941 or something like that. So I don't know anything. And then you got the Braves at San Francisco at 6 o'clock. All that Major League Baseball action right here on ESPN 1700. So save this station in your dial. Today we've got our very special guest from 1-800-DIVORCE, Zephyr Hill with Goldberg Jones. Zephyr, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Good afternoon.
You're on radio time, man. I totally get it. You can't, that's how stuff works in radio. Everybody, 4 minutes is an eternity. Like if you talk to someone in radio, 4 minutes, I got time to go to the bathroom, get a sandwich, get a cup of coffee. It's a really long time.
What's the male version of diva? Show up when I show up.
I love it. All right, so I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to fire a couple things at you here real quick. First of all, you're a Padres fan. You guys are big sports fans. I mean, obviously, you got like a Kobe jersey, and is that signed? By the way, I've never got a chance to.
Yeah,
look at it.
Kobe and Shaq side by side. I say it's the only place in the country where you can see that. But they're both signed. They weren't like game worn or anything, but they were signed by a ball boy up actually in Seattle, where we're headquartered.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you got that. So you guys are sports fans. You like the Padres. You've paid a lot of attention to what's going on there. I'm going to give you a chance right now to play Padres GM for just a second. The season's over. All right, you saw what happened. There's no secret to what happened.
Wow, that is brutal.
So, what would you do, Padres GM? What's the move you make right now?
Oh, man, I'd continue the route of small ball. I think just more guys hitting about 200 average. That's exactly what we need. This is not my expertise, but I sure would try to hold on to Adrian as best I could.
Heck yeah.
And try to get him a little support. We just weren't scoring runs. Our pitching was awesome.
Here's a theory I have about baseball. Let me tell you what you think since you're playing Padres GM right now. I believe in the slow pitch softball method of you bat your best hitter first, almost like the Little League baseball. Mm-hmm. You take whoever your best hitter is, because it's a long season. I think Adrian Gonzalez, you have him bat first. And then you put your second best hitter for average behind him, and you go all the way down the line like that. I feel like over 162 games, you're going to see that that's going to work out to be very beneficial in the long run, that you have your best hitters batting more times.
I do not pretend to know. I do know that nobody in Major League Baseball does that. So probably we're wrong if we go down that route.
Hey, I'm shooting from the hip over here. But I'm just saying, if we need runs, hey, I'm trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Okay, we got like one guy, Adrian, who hits about 300. I think he finished the season 297.
That's good for power,
and has power at all fields and everything. Doesn't strike out a lot. He's as good as it gets, and then from there, like the next step we take is like 7 rungs down the ladder. I think we have like a 257 as our next best hitter.
Wow!
So it's pretty rough. I think offense is no question necessary, but it seems like in baseball for some reason you always have to sacrifice defense to get offense, and that's so unfortunate. I mean, you don't see there's very few Albert Pujols out there. So I don't know what the play is, but who are you taking for the World Series?
Oof. Honestly, I got nothing.
You got nothing on that?
I'd say 2-3 more games from now we'll really know. It'd be pretty easy just to pick somebody who won yesterday or the day before. Obviously there's a bunch of Yankee lovers out there. I'll probably be rooting against them. And figuring, what the heck? Why not Philly?
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome.
It's hard to go against Philly because they got so many. They play a lot of they play big ball, but they play a lot of small ball too. They got Victorino. They steal a lot of bases. They do, a lot of the bunting and stuff.
I still remember them coming to our stadium and sweeping us. About a month ago?
Yeah, smashing the Padres. Yeah. Well, that is what it is. Once again, Zephyr Hill is co-hosting the show today with 1-800-DIVORCE and Goldberg Jones here in San Diego. These are the guys who are helping me with my situation, my divorce. I actually wrote out the Real Men of Genius commercial. I don't know if we're going to get to it. I'm going to have to get your stamp of approval on it. I may have crossed the line. I don't know. I'm not going to go and just jump out there with it. But I do want to hit some quick news here and get your feedback on it. Now, I don't know if you saw this or not, but there's the sale of the Del Mar Fairgrounds has been arranged quietly. And the city of Del Mar actually bid $120 million to buy the Del Mar Fairgrounds from the state. And we know the state is obviously in disarray as far as money is concerned. So, they need the money. But think about this. 400 acres, coastal in Del Mar. Do you think that is a steal, or what do you think about that for real estate?
Oh man, who knows what that thing is worth? It's only going to go up, right? We've had our troubles.
An acre is a pretty big plot, right? So let's take it 1 acre at a time. If you were buying an acre on the coast in Del Mar, and you bought it for $1 million, I would think you probably pay it about market value. I wouldn't say you got a steal, but they're actually going to be buying each one of those acres for about $300,000. So $300,000 to buy an acre, which is a huge lot. In prime real estate, I mean, maybe 200-300 yards from the ocean. Mm-hmm. I think they're stealing this property from the broke state. That is just.
Is it a done deal?
Well, it's a bid.
There? Yeah.
It's a bid, but according to everyone who's paying attention to it, it's a done deal because it was all done silently. So if they were actually trying to get multiple bids, they would have made it public, but it's all being done kind of under. Nothing's going to change. They're still going to do the racetrack.
So the little town of Del Mar is more financially set up than our entire state of California.
Let me tell you something. The guy who's begging for change at the stoplight has more money than the state does, because if you actually look at the $4.87 he's got, it's more money net than our state. We're upside down, man. It's bad. Trust me. And there's nobody paying attention.
I'll be watching you.
They need oversight. Bad. But, hey, we're not there yet. So here's another one. And I'm interested to hear what you have to say on this one. Actually, let me jump to something positive before I do that. This is another story. Mortgage rates fall to decades low of 4.27%. I've been saying for a long time that interest rates on properties, on mortgage financing has just gotten to a place where it's just unbelievable. And I think properties will remain pretty flat for the next 3 or 5 years. I don't think real estate is going to fire to the sky anytime soon. But at the same time, there's no way rates can stay this low. There's just no way. And I compare it to, the government basically saying free food for everyone. They can only say it for so long. There's only so long that it can stay that way. And at 4.27%, I think anyone who owns a home, anyone who's thinking about buying one, needs to find out if they can get a better mortgage deal. I mean, if you own a home, you should look at refinancing, see how much money you can save. If you're looking to buy a home in the next couple of years, you should just flat out go get pre-approved now. You could probably buy 20 or 30% more home with rates at these levels than if they're at a traditional, let's say, low rate of 6% or 6.5%. That's a low mortgage rate. I'm talking about 4.27% right now, according to Yahoo Finance today. Listen, if you are in one of those situations where you're looking to buy a home or you own a home, call Craig Sewing with the Craig Sewing Group. Get pre-approved or see about refinancing. See how much money you can save. Remember, point of the show, save you money, keep you from making mistakes. No! Tell you the truth about stuff.
I want the truth!
Help you have a higher credit score. And live a better life.
Yahoo!
So, Call Craig Sewing today, 888-880-9500, 888-880-9500. This one here, this one really bothers me. San Diego officer, wife arraigned in homewrecking case. A San Diego police officer and his wife are basically being charged with causing $200,000 of damage to their house while it was in foreclosure. A police officer. Come on. I mean, do you think a police officer would do damage to his own home? I think he's going to be smarter than that. Let's give him some credit. I want to get to this when we come back. We're going to have this. We're going to have a story about the sales tax. We're going to talk about 1-800-DIVORCE and Goldberg Jones, how they're helping me with my case. Things that all of us fellas need to know about how this stuff works, how family law plays into your life, and how we can help you make the right decisions using 1-800-DIVORCE, which is the phone number. And Goldberg Jones, Zephyr Hill is in studio. We'll be back in just a few. You're listening to Mr. Credit on ESPN 1700.
If you have questions about your credit, call 858-673-4299. That's 858-673-4299 to speak with Mr. Credit, or go to MrCreditRadio.com.
Are you sick and tired of just barely making the minimum payments on your credit cards? Do you have any idea how many years it will take for you to pay them off? Hi, Mr. Credit here. If you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, listen very closely. Filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection could allow you to eliminate all of your credit card debt and typically only lasts about 3 months. Most likely, your credit score will go much higher afterward. The only person I recommend you speak with about this is William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group. Call him right now. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103. A 90-day late payment on a credit card will hurt your credit score as much as filing for bankruptcy will. So stop living paycheck to paycheck and call William right now for your free consultation. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103.
This is Lisa with the McDonald Legal Group. We are a debt relief agency. We help people file for bankruptcy relief under the Bankruptcy Code.
Valley View Casino's $1 million Colossal Coin jackpot is bigger than ever at over $200,000. For your chance to win it, just use your Players Club card on your favorite machine at Valley View Casino.
You know, I've worked with plenty of different mortgage companies in San Diego, and while there are some who do a great job, there is only one that I can say is truly the best in the business. The Craig Sewing Lending Group provides an experience and expertise in real estate financing that is absolutely second to none. I've known Craig for a dozen years, and I know you would be satisfied working with him. Call 888-880-9500. That's 888-880-9500, or go to craigsewing.com if you're interested in buying real estate in Southern California. It's also worth considering the terms on your loan if you already own property. Rates are at levels that just absolutely boggle the mind right now, and chances are you could save some easy money here. Call Craig Sewing today, 888-880-9500, and tell him Mr. Credit sent you. That's 888-880-9500, or online at craigsewing.com.
Looking for work during this economy can be very discouraging. If you are looking for help, call 1-800-841-2020 or go to empleo.gov.mx. They will assist you in looking for a job, and they will give you all the information you need for job training. This message was brought to you by the federal government.
Hey men, if you're facing a divorce, custody, or child support issue, don't go it alone. You need the professionals at 1-800-DIVORCE to help protect your rights.
This is Rick Jones of the law firm Goldberg & Jones. Selecting the right attorney for your divorce is one of the most important decisions a man can make. Even though your case may last only a few months, the impact lasts a lifetime. Our firm represents husbands and fathers in divorce, custody, and child support cases.
Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Get your phone questions answered at no charge. That's 1-800-DIVORCE, serving the entire greater San Diego area.
Call 1-800-DIVORCE.
Parched?
Grab any two 20-ounce Gatorades, vitamin waters, or Aquafinas for $1.99 through October 31st at Chevron Extra Mile. Extra easy, extra value at select Chevron locations.
Are your wages being garnished? Are you sick of seeing your paycheck be less than what you really earned? If you have any judgments that might be garnishing your wages and you would like to make it stop, filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy relief